All right. What up, everyone? Shark here. Got a really explosive game for you today. We are on Santuario. On the Axis side, we have a team from China, Xizi20, and it appears I can't win, I think is the translation of his name. Really high caliber range team here. And then on the allied side, we have Ares and RedLeaderToBase playing a mixed allied setup, both from America, also very, very high level. This game's a lot of fun. And there's a lot going on here, a lot to learn from. So some stuff from the new patch that I really like. Casting this one with me is my boy GreyFox, and let's get to it. Okay, on Santuario, on the east side, we have in blue Ares playing USF, getting his scouts, a second scout, and it looks like a weapons, no, that's a barracks getting built. RedLeaderToBase in teal playing Brits, going single sapper into section command post. And then opposite them, we have the double Wehrmacht team, Xizi20 in red, going double Pio into Grenadier. And this name, which apparently means it seems I can't win, in purple, going triple Pioneer start. So, Fox, now that I've got you here, we've got everyone all introed up. What is your favorite thing about this new patch so far?
I think as someone who prefers to play USF, I like to see the motor pool becoming a little more viable again, and Greyhounds kind of being something that have a more of a place on the battlefield again, because I think they're a lot of fun to play with, and I think they just didn't get as much love with the previous update.
Yeah, I completely agree. I really like trying to make the Greyhound more viable. I think the biggest issue is because it's a cannon based vehicle as opposed to like the auto cannon that we see from, you know, the Flakverling, the 8-rod. There's a lot of RNG that influences how useful it is. We got
True.
Go ahead.
I like the utility with the Raider package too. I think it can be really fun to. I know that's not a new thing, but you know, just it being worth purchasing again, you can really harass with that. It's not really going to be like when your mainline fighting units once light vehicles start to take a backseat.
Yeah, I agree. That is really nice. So, Can't Win has locked in Terror. When you see the first Invisible MG42 out, both their players building snipers, which is wild to me. The snipers taken a while to build. Xizi's had, I feel like, have theirs queued up for a minute. On the US side, we see 2 rifles. Red has gone Dingo into 2 sections. So let's see how these snipers do, especially with the Dingo on the battlefield. I feel like that could be risky.
And I was kind of curious because I feel like, you know, you maybe get the greatest utility with snipers against team weapons. And, you know, we're not seeing any of those from either of the allied players.
Yeah, I suppose if you're expecting like MG spam, a sniper can be just a decent way to make it bleed. Wow, yeah, double Wehrmacht sniper right at the start. So Ares is going to gain control of this VP, so the allies will have a triple cap on here. Pioneers and scouts tangling on the flank. All right, the first sniper from Xizi moves up here into the middle. This Terror MG not being as effective as you'd expect. Oh, sappers. Looks like they're going to get out of there, though. Pioneers just can't do enough damage, even with the MG shooting.
Held up really well against the sapper and the Dingo. That's kind of shocking.
Yeah, they do a little bit better than I feel like they used to. Wow, those scouts, Sniper took away one model, but those scouts are just on like partial VP or partial HP health here.
It's really, he doesn't see it either. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh, fortunately there's a second door on the backside, so Ares scout squad gonna get away there. Okay, so we're seeing tier 1 officers quarters from both Wehrmacht players. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen more machine guns from purple. Mines going down. The Dingo does also need to be careful to respect the Panzerfaust at this point. Yeah, I kind of want to see how this develops. Ares He's got his weapon support center out. He's gone heavy weapons and is getting his first 1919, which he can obviously convert into a 50 cal. I love the 50 cal. I don't think it's over the top. I think, oh, well, there goes the dingo. I think that Faust or mine. I don't know if you saw that one.
Oh, I missed it.
So ZZ sniper forced off by some very, very aggressive rifle play here from Ares. Oh no. Red just lost an infantry section as well. So
Yeah, he's taking tough losses right now.
yeah, that's not a good start, even with all that recon already coming in. So
Ares is he's all the way on their cutoff and taking their munis and their fuel from them.
Yeah, but the problem, if he overextends here, he could end up losing these rifles. Sniper shot comes in, but that's a difficult retreat path to be that far advanced. Look at the aim time on the sniper, and then it still whiffs. I want my money back. Alright. That was weird. Little stutter there. Looks like Red is going Stewart. I don't know. Red has almost nothing out on the field right now. Floating a little bit of manpower. 1 sapper, 1 section, 1 mortar. And I feel like that could potentially be a problem in the long run. We see 3 rifles and a 50 cal from Ares. The Ver players short on resources, but are starting to tech up. ZZ's gone Luftwaffe company. The Flak 30 on the way out. The sapper's chasing this sniper with rubber bullets, apparently. Oh, wow.
They took that right to the face.
Just vaporized. A couple big hits from the Gren squad, and then a sniper shot, and the sappers are they're gone. They're gone. So the allies, despite the resource control, are going to be on the back foot here. I can only imagine what Red is saying in voice comms. I know people that would have quit after a series of engagements like that. Just been like, nope, that's it, game over.
How do you feel about him going heavy armored on this map?
It depends how he plays it. Heavy armor does have some nice abilities. Recon Arty I really like if the Ver players go team weapon heavy. There's always the Black Prince, which I feel like, I don't know that I've ever actually seen one perform as advertised. And then with some of the nerfs like the Crusader AA, it's a risky proposition. The benefit though is some of that initial vehicle veterancy. Oh, those scouts eat a bunch of bullets from the Grenadiers. 50 cal up here in support, as is a half track.
Yes,
yeah,
the
that's
sound of that 50 cal.
Get suppressed, nerds. Oh, I love it.
As well it should be.
Yeah. All right. 75 mil with a rifle.
30 cal here.
Look at this big rifle push. That the half track eats a Panzerfaust, but the Flak 30 could be cleared here. 221.
Yeah, I was initially worried about that Flak 30, but they just pushed it right off.
He might be able to tow. I wonder if he's going to tow that with the half track. That would be a big brain play.
Oh my god.
Yes! Yes, a half track towing away a Flak 30. You'd love to see it. The 221's going to chase.
A little bit of a slap in the face.
Oh, I love it. Oh, no. White phosphorus rounds. Oh, that half track. I can't believe it's still alive. I'm sorry. I know there's so much more else going on the map, but I just want to watch this. Oh, the 221's going to get it. The 221 is upgrading the Panzer books. Well, at the very least, he towed that Flak 30 a long way. Can the 221 tow?
I was just wondering that. I don't know that it can. I guess we're going to find out.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh, well, he's not going to hang around to try.
Oh, the double Stewart arrives to smoke the 221. Now, this sniper and this MG need to be careful. The magic sniper camo. Go ahead.
He's got it recruit. What do you think about that trade? The utility truck for the Flak 30.
I think it only It only makes sense because they killed the 221. Oh no, don't lose a Stewart here, Red. Another 221 knocked out. A third Stewart on the way. Oh no, this Stewart's almost certainly done. Oh, all these fouls coming in.
Yeah.
Red loses one Stewart and the other one's still on just partial health. This is wild. Oh, look at that fuel tank that blew up.
You know, I saw, I think it was during the Spring Madness. Yeah, it made me wonder, you know, are there places where you should be planting mines to maximize their effectiveness?
100%. Oh, look at this big brain play here from Red. He's activated the self-healing and found a place for the Stewart to hang out. It might actually be able to escape. Especially with this section here picking away at these Grenadiers. So he's going to eat at least one Faust. I think if he can avoid eating two, it'll be okay. Meanwhile, Ares, he's got a quad mount half-track out. And some rifles pushing away Jaegers, pushing away the sniper.
Oh yeah, that's Stewart's cornered now.
Oh, it's cooked, man. Yeah, another Gren squad coming in. Can't win, not really hurting for munitions at the moment. Here comes another Faust. And that Stewart knocked out. Alright, so we see support elements coming in from Xizi. Ares investing into his infantry with a med tent and BRs. Oh wow, this Gren squad in the middle just left unattended and smoked.
You know, despite all the hard losses Red's taking, I mean, he's not getting pushed back far, which is surprising to me.
Yeah.
I would expect Can't Win to be trying to capitalize on those wipes more, but I feel like he's playing very conservatively still.
Yeah, I just don't think, like, his army is not built for that. He's got 3 Pyos, 2 Gren's MG42 and a sniper. So really, there's only 2 maneuver elements there. And he's got a Martyr coming out now, which I think is really interesting. Red continuing to be hyper aggressive with this Stewart. Oh, these Pioneers could be in trouble. Stewart's just going to drive right up to him. Can't Win sees it. In the middle here, rifles with BARs. And this is smart, I think, having the Jaegers hold in the house while the snipers just apply some additional critical shots. Yeah, and now Ares rifle's just bleeding a little bit. Red is taking advantage of the lack of upkeep to throw some caches down. And Xizi went for a grenade on retreat, but really mistimed it. Oh, now the American crude Flak 30 pull up to the middle, supported by the quad mount. Those snipers need to be careful. That quad mount will do a ton of damage. Never mind. Panzer Shrek comes in from the Jaegers, and the quad mount's got to back out. Rifles try to flank the sniper, but the MG42 is there to suppress. The Stewart and a Martyr are going to face off on the south side. Oh no, the scouts. Oh, maybe the scouts will get away. The Jaegers can't seal the deal. Never. Oh my gosh. They almost do, though.
Pushing hard. Oh, he's taking that Stewart out now. He's already got tier 4 up.
Oh. He's still. I think he used the light vehicle withdrawal and refit. I don't see his tier 4 yet. Yeah. So 40 munitions, but I think probably smart. He got about as much out of those Stewarts as he's going to get. He sees the Martyr. Say he doesn't have infantry training yet. Ares does not have advanced logistics.
Mine's going down.
And Ares is a long way from a Pershing. There you go. There's the company command post going down for Red.
See if the sniper catches them plant these mines.
They're just going to plant anyway.
If nothing else, it forces you to get sweepers.
Mm-hmm. Well, with 3 Pioneers on the field, wow. Look, Xizi's totally leaning into the Luftwaffe company meta. He now has a Wirbelwind and 3 Jaeger squads. Oh, those scouts knocked out. That's the problem. Like, even if you don't think you're overextending, the map is so big, you can easily get run down on retreat. And Ares trying to challenge this Martyr with the quad mount. I wonder if he's going to flip that to the 75 mil. Ares getting his tier 4 up, so we're not going to see a hardcore Pershing stall. Oh man, now Ares forced to kind of back off this position here. He may lose the 50 cal to this Whirlwind. Oh yeah, it's taking a ton of damage. But actually, the 50 cal gets away. All right, so now Red is going into the Crusader AA tank. That's an interesting strategy. You know what? I haven't seen it since they made it, took it from being a call-in to a constructible unit.
Yeah, I feel like it was popular for a while and kind of fell out of favor.
Yeah, it supposedly got some
big flank right now.
Oh yeah, Ares had slumped. It kind of sloshed into the middle there, and now Xizi coming across, sniper Whirlwind, multiple Jaegers. And Ares infantry just kind of out of position here. Oh, this could be really bad. Ares rifle blob here. They have to dodge a grenade, and they're going to full retreat. They're off the field, and this is a chance for the Axis team to totally take back control.
Oh no, this quad 50.
Oh, with that Panzerschreck there? Yeah, it's done. That Flak 30. Oh, here's the Crusader AA to kind of deal with this Jaeger Shrek blob.
Yeah, how's it going to deal against the Shreks, though?
Flak 30 gets decrewed by the Whirlwind. The nice thing I will say about, you see Ares going for a Hellcat. The Whirlwinds can't really deal with the Hellcat or the Sherman, but the Martyrs can. And so by having so much fuel control for so long, the Allies at least force the Axis into a more balanced build. We're not going to see, I hope, like 78 Whirlwinds driving across the map. I might have just jinxed some things. Oh, the sound effects are kind of cool. But those Grens take a ton of damage, but no casualties. Oh, now the Martyr's in here to support the Whirlwind against the AA tank. Whiffs its first shot. Oh, the second Whirlwind comes over. No, Red, don't lose another tank. Get it out of there, man.
These mortars are in kind of a scary spot.
Yeah, especially with all those Jaegers just hanging out right there. Whirlwind triggers his white phosphorus rounds. Oh, the Jaegers have arrived on the flank, but that's a lot of DPS there in the form of those infantry sections. Ooh, purple sniper went down. I don't even know how. Double sticky comes in. One Whirlwind engine critted. Here's the Hellcat. Knocked out by the Crusader. Nice. Still 3 Martyrs here, though. Ooh, the Martyr's going to get double snared as well.
Well, that Hellcat's in a weird spot.
Yeah, this is potentially a bad idea. There you go. Ares backs it out. He doesn't have any engineers, so he's got to figure out how he's going to repair. But in the chaos, he was able to take the North VP with his 50 cal. Allies recovering some of their munitions. Oh, so Ares did go Mechanized Support Center, so he's going improvised armor, which should help with the Shreks. Plus the free repairs on this fuel point here. That's smart.
That's what I was going to say, yeah. You don't need your NGs if you got that at least.
They aren't the fastest repairs, but it's still super nice to have. It's like Axis digging in a little bit here on the city side of the map. Well, some munitions.
Look at that. They're worried about the wrecker, it looks like.
Are they knocking out wrecks?
Yeah, they crushed that Whirlwind hull.
They've got to know the wrecker's not an option.
Maybe they just wanted a clear line of sight.
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen the 50 cal, so you know it's not armored battle group.
There.
Or you should know. Well, we're seeing a full-on Luftwaffe build here. Luftwaffe company build. Multiple martyrs, multiple Werbels on the Ver side. Wow, Crusaders eats a bunch of martyr shots. I will say, I don't think the city here is a good spot to play the martyr blob game. I just think there are too many sight blockers and opportunities for like these foot guards to get in close. Hellcat chips away.
That Hellcat's hit hard.
Yeah, I like the changes they've made to it. Rifles.
I feel like that's been a long time coming. I felt like the Hellcat just didn't have the teeth that it needed.
Yeah, it's like they wanted it to be like a fast-moving brawler, but what the Allies really need are tank destroyers, which is ironically... Oh no! 5 martyrs. Hellcat's got to back up. Crusader AA tank just shredded. That is so much anti-vehicle, and now Can't Win has a Kettenkrad out to spot for the martyr blob. That's really smart. That's a nice choice. And that's the thing, like, a Pershing is tempting, but what's a Pershing going to do against 5 martyrs and 3 Jägerschrecks?
Right. And now you're kind of in this awkward spot where it's like, what do you do to counter that? Because the Jaegers with Shreks are great anti-infantry and great anti-armor.
Yep.
You know, your Hellcats are going to get roasted by all those martyrs, but if you build Zooks, they're not going to hold up against the Jaegers.
Yeah, and you see the Axis team here shifting over to the 1VP they don't own. Oh, the invisible Jaegers. Panzerschreck comes in. Hellcat's got to back away. The invisibility helping them avoid the 50 cal. Is that Reki Artie? It must have been. From Red. And he's got a Churchill. All right, this is interesting. So he's gone for Churchill production. So really working like every aspect of that heavy armored battle group. I think Churchills might actually be a good counter to the Martyr heavy build. Now Xizi going mechanized, getting a Vespa out.
Oh no. That could get abusive.
Yes. But fortunately, the Allies aren't super reliant on team weapons.
We're seeing some Zooks for Ares now.
Yep. So, big double push here. Allies working both sides of the map. The Churchill tanking a couple of shots from the Martyrs. I don't know how many more it can take, though. It's going to have to back up. Oh, Ares does manage to kill Xizi Sniper on the opposite side of the map.
You got one martyr with an engine crit if there's any chance to follow up on it.
And knocked out a Whirlwind over here as well between the Hellcat and the Zooks. So nice push from the Allies on both sides. Can't Win stabilizes a little bit, but Xizi's been forced off. Down to just 2 martyrs and the Vespa.
We'll get another double snare here on this Whirlwind.
He's able to just scoot out of range. I am shocked. Oh no. The Hellcat gets Fausted. Bazookas. Oh, they try to force away the martyrs, but they tank the shot. Hellcat knocked out. I just jinxed it by thinking to myself, man, that Hellcat is doing really well just for a single vehicle. Ares now 1 CP away from the Pershing, but I don't know if the Pershing's the answer. Instead, I think VP is probably going to be the answer. Axis down to 75 and on a triple cap. Oh man, that 50 cal just taking a ton of damage. But Ares rifles hold ground.
Cal.
What's that?
The Vespa coming in on the 50 cal. Well.
Yeah. It forces it away, but the 50 cal at least escapes. Jaeger's bleeding a little bit here. Oh, Zooks just whiff on the Kettenkrad. And Red is very short on munitions. This Kettenkrauts is just going to sacrifice itself to the Bren, though. That seemed unnecessary from Can't Win. Oh. Section tries to get a rifle grenade off of the MG42, but can't do it. Well, the Martyrs are capping for Xizi using the Mechanized raid ability.
I didn't realize they counted. That's insane.
It's a pretty powerful ability, especially because you get it for free with the Battlegroup. Alright, another Werble out for Xizi.
They're pretty exposed. Very seasoned. He sends his Zooks over there. He might be able to clean those up.
Well, the Vespa was far enough forward that it ate a sticky bomb. But it's going to get back, and they actually have a repair bunker back here, which I think is really smart. Churchill forces away the MG42. Nice flank. Gammon bomb on retreat. Oh, that's a nice, it does good damage. Triple that MG42 knocked out. Nice Gammon bomb. Now we're going to see the Martyr train heading to deal with this Churchill. Oh, is that the zeroing artillery?
Yeah, just flattened that building.
Oh my god, just annihilated it. Oh, the foot car is unable, they don't pick up the MG42, so it's still available to be reclaimed. Churchill dives the Werble with not realizing it's running into 3 Martyrs. Oh, immediately takes several hits, down to about half health. And it looks like Xizi is going to rotate onto the flank. Churchill pops at smoke. But Grenadiers are here.
Get out at least once.
Oh, yeah. And then these Martyrs are moving up as well into smoke. And Xizi's Martyr comes over. Oh, no. The Churchill just advanced too far and knocked out.
It's got pin cushioned.
Nice.
That might have been overkill for that last salvo.
Just maybe just a little bit, but gotta admire the team play there to converge on that overextended vehicle and punish. And now Can't Win's got King Tiger out. It'll be on the field in about 12 minutes, but it's driving out there.
I have yet to see it since the updates.
I saw one and it pretty much just immediately died. So no change.
So no change, right?
Xizi's going for his second Vespa. Red has another replacement Churchill out on the field, and Ares should have his Pershing here shortly. Allies take control of the center of the map here. This triple Martyr, though. Triple Martyr supporting a KT and a Whirlwind could be really ugly. And now the Pershings here, all the heavy tanks. The Jaegers on the middle VP take a ton of damage. There's just so much converging on this one point on the map.
Yeah.
KT has finally arrived on the front line. Oh, this rifle squad, this could be really bad. They're in deep. I wonder what they... He's trying to kill the Vespa.
Oh, he gets it off.
And then he throws a grenade. Oh, it's still alive.
Unreal.
Sacrificing the rifles. Red is going for a 17-pounder, which I think is actually a really nice counter to the Martyrs and the KT. The problem is going to be those 2 Vespas. And Red is also throwing down a repair station next to the Mechanized Support Center repair station.
I love the report of that Pershing main gun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, another sapper down for Red Leader. The Pershing just not afraid of the KT.
As well it shouldn't be. It's chipping away at it quite nicely.
Yeah.
Unsupported.
Oh, but now gonna get Fausted. And Jaegers or Shreks moving up. Fortunately, Martyrs still have to rotate over. Wow, that Pershing shots do some work.
Oh, here comes the Vesp.
Oh, and the sympathetic mine detonation. The 50 cal knocked out. That's unfortunate. Pershing's back for repairs. Axis down.
Trouble.
Oh yeah, especially if one or two more shots come in from the KT. Oh, the Vespa on retreat. 50 cal destroyed. Red's got a 17 pounder coming out. Axis down to just 24 tickets left. But they're in a good spot from a map control perspective and army composition. Look at this, another Werble coming out for Xizi.
Such a critical mass of vehicles for the Axis right now.
Yeah. Recovered MG42 in the middle there, holding on to that VP. Well, artillery going to come in. Wow, the double Vespa, they're very far forward. Sitting right next to the KT. I wish Ares saw that with the Black Dragon artillery. That'd be a really satisfying kill. Wow. The Churchill already down. Oh no. KT chipping away at the foot guards here. The Pershing's back though. It catches a Verberland out. He just needs one more shot. Wow, the foot guards get it, so the Pershing can stay out of range of the martyrs. Rifles fighting Grens on one VP. On the opposite, Werberland forces away the scouts.
The Pershing can't decide who to target.
Oh no, look at all these martyrs moving up. Wow, fortunately Pershing bounces one of the shots. Now the 17 pounder is up. The Red had his mortar trying to cap.
Ooh, Zook's on the flank of the King Tiger. Good hits.
Nice, and the 17 pounder. Oh, look at those big. Those are big hits. Wow, nice. The Zook smoked the KT. 17 pounder in the back, still chipping away. Vespa's coming in on 17 pounder. I think he can probably move it. It's done its job.
I think he at this point just let it get decrewed and then recrew it.
And then recrew it. Yeah, I think you're right.
Otherwise, you risk losing your truck and then you're kind of toasted.
Yeah. The Grens are going to decrew the 17 pounder with a grenade here.
Are they going to try to crew it? What are they doing? Oh, they're going for the truck.
Oh, they
now.
Found this vehicle. Yep, Faust coming in on the 15 CWT.
Pershing's there to push him back. Martyrs are up. Oh, those martyrs are closing in.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh, they're trying to kill it. Oh, jeez.
Oh, they knock out the 17 pounder. No. More Werbles coming. A Hellcat to go along with the Pershing. You can tell the ally is just trying to force the issue from a VP perspective, sprinting onto the center VP.
Just noticed there's a repair depot on the repair.
The Black Dragon artillery called in, but there's nothing there for it to hit, which is unfortunate.
Oh, maybe on retreat.
If they back up the... Oh, they do adjust their...
Oh, wow.
Wow, one Gren squad gets away. It was a good thought. It just didn't work out. Oh, man. These Vespa barrages coming in. Second Churchill in the build.
Coming up for a kill.
Pershing forces away the Pioneers on the flank. Oh, these Zooks. No, get out of there, guys.
Now that they have some veterancy, though, they can at least, stick around with some durability and get some more shots off.
Oh, Pershing looks like he's going hunting for the Vespas. Don't lose the Pershing to this.
Oh, no.
Where's it going?
The Martyrs are chasing him.
Well, fortunately, the Pershing...
The Pershing is... Yes, super fast.
So fast. Oh, I see no problem with it. No balance concern.
Not at all. It's fast. It hits hard. It has good armor.
No notes.
To be fair,
no notes.
To be fair, USF has had nothing in terms of armor for 2 years. So give us this one thing.
The scouts, I think they're going to throw up a flare. They're trying to. Oh, Hellcat arrives to support the Pershing. But that's a lot of martyrs in the back. Oh, Whirlwind picked up. Oh no,
unlucky.
the Pershing, no. Oh, so many martyrs. Yeah, the Faust is just so strong. Rifles taking a ton of damage, but looks like they'll get away. Ares has another Hellcat in the build. I wonder if it might... Well, he's still got 3 minutes to wait for the Pershing. He'll be fine on fuel. Churchill finds the Terror MG42. Oh, those Grens have a Bren on them. That's unfortunate.
That's fine for the Churchill.
Oh, even this Churchill's got to be careful. But the 17-pounder in the back doing a lot of damage. Rifles sprint to try to get a sticky bomb off.
Oh, nice shot on the Martyr.
Oh, no sticky bomb. Well, no, so Axis down to 22 VPs, Allies down to 120. More Vespa barrages coming in. What were you saying?
Those guards need to start dancing.
Yeah, dodging the Vespa rounds. Oh my gosh. Down to just a single model, but the Zooks are there to pick up. And now Can't Win has gone Panzer Grenadiers just for the naval warfare.
See if these Zeus can push in and kill that Werble. We're getting a little brave here.
Oh, nice series of shots. One more will do it, but instead they're gonna smash the Martyrs, forcing everything back.
Yes, one Martyr down. I'll take that.
Yeah, one Martyr knocked out.
This Werble going toe to toe with the Churchill over here.
Oh, that Whirlwind just gonna eat a 17-pounder shot. Churchill doing some emergency repairs. The Vespa barrage is coming in on the 17-pounder yet again. Well, Ares is going to cap the North VP, even though Xizi is decapping the center. So, oh, the Axis down to 5 VPs. Jaegers hop on the this VP here to try to deny it. Down to 4.
They're not going to hold that, though.
No, and the Jaegers get smoked.
In trouble.
There's nothing there. And just like that,
wow.
The Allies are going to win it. Wow.
That was epic.
Yeah. Okay. So we're back. We needed to take a minute and process that one because it was a close game, and then suddenly it was like, and the VPs are gone. And I know the first comment is going to be, wow, the tick rate in CoH3 is so much faster. It is, but this is still a 40-minute game. Guys, I can only cast for so long. I only have so much attention. I'm glad this isn't CoH2 and these aren't hour and 20-minute games. But the first thing I wanted to shout out before I kick it over to Fox here for his analysis, RedLeaderToBase, staying in that game when he had like 2 units left at the 6-minute mark. I know so many people that would have just thrown in the towel and been like, yeah, too hard. I lost too much. Sorry, man. Let's get another one. So on one hand, kudos for sticking it out. I kind of want to know what the voice comes sounded like, but I kind of don't. So yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I know these guys well enough to know what it probably sounded like, but to Ares, well done keeping red focused and in the game. Okay. So Fox, we were looking at the army composition at the end of the game, and it looked like the Axis had their bases covered. So what do you think they needed to do differently to close this one out?
So, yeah, I mean, interesting question, because I feel like whenever they started to get that critical mass of the Martyrs and the Werbles, it felt a little bit like the Allies were kind of just dug into this hole that there was no way to climb back out of. And, you know, I've played games where I feel like no matter what I do, once you hit that wall of that armor in the middle, you know, if you try to get a Hellcat out, you know, it gets smoked by 3 Martyr rounds at once. You know, your infantry can't get close because of the Werbles. And then, you know, like you said, just the ability to stick in there and not give up. I I feel like Ares just worked the problem, and saw, I can't just rely on armor to come in and fight against this. So he started getting the Zooks out, and they're so squishy at first, but he kind of just kept him in the fight and babied him so they accrued enough veterancy, so that they started having, the range and the damage and the health to stand there and start beating some of those vehicles back. I feel like even the entire match at the beginning, where I feel like the Axis surprisingly had the upper hand a lot of times, they seemed like they played very respectful and didn't push too deep back into the Allies' backyard. And maybe that was the mistake they made, where, once they had that critical mass of vehicles, they should have tried to push in and step on their necks, but instead they decided to just hold what they had in the center and play the long game, and it allowed the Allies to come back.
Yeah, you bring up a couple of good points. The first is the Zooks late. So normally you'd say like, oh, they're not going to have the veterancy to hold up, but there is a mechanic in this game where, first off, like vehicle damage provides way more XP than infantry damage, and then two, if you're fighting against a unit that has more veterancy, it accelerates your rate of veterancy gain, which is probably why we saw the Zooks like get Vet 1 immediately, get to Vets 2 and 3. And so you're right. So Ares is microing them really well, but it's worth keeping in mind sometimes late in the game, especially when you're dealing with like a lot of martyrs, bazookas are a nice counter because they farm that veterancy relatively quickly, especially with some of the kind of the late game mechanics. To your other point, I think you're exactly right. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, man, the Axis are winning all of the engagements, but I feel like the entire game was fought on the Axis half of the map, right? Like,
absolutely.
So they're worried about, like, they're trying to still kind of like fight out of their base, and they're never really taking away resources from the Allies, which and then the other piece of it, like, we saw the Axis team up really effectively to punish overextensions, getting kills on like Stuart, the Churchill, etc. But what we didn't see them do is figure out like a VP hold strategy, which is exactly what you're getting at. Like, they kind of tried to own the center, and they ended up losing the flanks often enough that the VPs ticked away. So if they had just said, like, we're not even going to contest the north, we're not even going to worry about it, we're going to fight center, we're going to fight south, and just hold those, because we know that if the Allies push into us, we can punish them for it. Maybe that's the answer there.
Yeah, I think that's a good point too, because martyrs are slow. So when they would attack the flanks, the martyrs would get pulled to the flanks, and then especially if the middle is one thing. I mean, it's not as far for them to get back to the middle, but if you push on the opposite flank, the martyrs aren't getting over there fast enough to support that fight.
Yeah.
I'm curious what your thoughts are on going for the Churchills versus the Crusader train.
So I think it actually worked out for him. So first off, we got to, like, you pointed out, you're like, hey, you went heavy armor, what do you think? And like, he used every bit of that battle group, which is kind of cool. But I think if he had gone Crusader, maybe, if he and Ares had swapped spots and he'd been on the kind of the farm side of things, the Crusader train's a little more viable because you can just scoot past the martyrs, get around them. But with all the pathing issues kind of in the center there, I think those Crusaders, like, a Crusader pops up and gets hit 4 times by a martyr, and then it's just gone. You're like, oh, well, that's not good. So if you go Crusader train, you're going to lose 1 or 2 of them every time you dive. Whereas with the Churchills, with some of the repair abilities, with the smoke, they can kind of tank a couple of shots and then back up, as long as he didn't overextend. So he got caught out the one time, but towards the end of the game, you saw Red doing a really good job kind of keeping them alive and using the shot blockers and using them to soak up damage so the 17-pounder could dish it out. And I think that ended up being the right approach.
Yeah, I think that 17-pounder couldn't have showed up at a more appropriate time. I feel like that's another thing that really helped break the back of that Axis armor. I mean, they could not push up into the middle with those martyrs and warbows the way they had once that was in place.
Yeah, the martyrs are 100% glass cannons. Right, they do a lot of damage, but they are very, very vulnerable to AT guns, especially something like a 17-pounder that outranges them, does 240 damage per shot. The thing is just keeping it alive, and you would think with 2 Vespas on the field, it'd be decrewed constantly, but I know they knocked out one, but Red got the second one back up, and that was enough. That was enough to hold it down. Anything else that you saw that you want to highlight from these guys?
I think that was it. It was a lot of fun to watch. And obviously, very high level play from both teams.
Yeah, I will say sometimes, especially when Santuario first came out and it was like given preference in the map pool, I was like, oh my God, I'm sick of playing this map. But it does lead to some really, really awesome games and casts. And so, this one was a lot of fun. So, first off, GG, well played to Xizi, can't win, Aries, and Red Leader. Thanks for sending this one in. Fox, really appreciate your time. I know you're a busy man, so thanks for watching this one with me.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
All right, that's going to do it for us, folks, and we'll see y'all in the next one.